Hello Photoshop students! Today we're going to learn how to make a pencil drawing from a picture. We're going to make it so realistic that it will really look like a drawing and not like a picture. Of course, depending on your project, we will still be able to adjust it to your needs. So the first thing we're going to do is to open an image in Photoshop which we want to use to make a pencil drawing from. I already opened the image. So once we open the image, we're going to make a copy of the background layer. So we're able to work with it without doing any changes to the image itself. We can copy a layer in several different ways. We can select the layer and we can type in Ctrl J. Or on a Mac, we can use Command J. We can also drag the selected layer and go to the new layer icon, which is here. It will also create a new layer. Now we will go on to the second step. So once we created the duplicate layer, we want to first make it black and white, so we can make it already look like a drawing with a pencil. Again, there are multiple possibilities to do that, depending on which installation of Photoshop you have. We can go to the top menu and click on Image and then Adjustments, and then we can click on Desaturate. We can also use the shortcuts and use Shift Ctrl U. You can see it here. Now Shift Ctrl U. And on a Mac it will be Command Shift U. These are shortcuts and they will basically do the same thing. But while working in Photoshop and doing the same thing over and over again, it's useful to use the shortcuts. So we don't have to go to the top bar and select what we want to do in the menu. It makes working with Photoshop very easy and actually less time consuming. So you might think it will take a long time to learn all those things, but you would be surprised how fast you'll learn those shortcuts, especially when you're using them multiple times a day. You'll learn them very fast. So now we're going to make another copy of the layer. We're going to do that by Ctrl J or Command J. And we're going to continue to the next step. And the next step is to invert the copied layer. So to invert the layer, we can go to the menu, click on Image, Adjustments, and here we can click on Invert, or we can also use Ctrl I or Command I on a Mac. Now we will change the blend mode of the layer. Blend mode we can find here. It will usually be on normal, and we will put it on color dodge. Now, depending on the image you're using, we will have almost a completely white image. We don't have to take a copy of the layer right now, or the next effects that we're going to use are not going to take place. So we will use a filter called blur on the layer. And we can do that in the top menu. We can go to filter and we can go to blur, and here we can choose Gaussian blur. So here we can adjust the image. If we go completely to 0, we don't see anything. And if we go further than, if we go like to 22% to 22 pixels, we already see that it already doesn't look anymore like a pencil drawing. So we have to adjust here the amount of pixels we want to make it really look like a pencil drawing. And that starts to look more like a drawing I would draw from a pencil. So maybe even, because some lines are still thick and it's not possible to get that from a pencil. So maybe, yeah, I think 4 pixels would be perfect for that picture. So we're going to click on OK, and we have our pencil drawing.